When it comes to food trucks, the price can vary a lot, and not just based on things like location. The main thing that impacts the price is actually just what you plan to have on the food truck, equipment-wise, and the place that you decide to buy it from. In this video, I'm going to show you the more expensive way to do it and the cheaper way to do it, so let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're going to head over to Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to show you the cheaper route to do it. So I set my location in New York just so we can get some options of a bigger area. Now, as soon as you look at it, you're going to see we have so many different options. Now, when you're looking at this, just ignore these ones because these are probably rentals. But if you look right away, we found this really nice food truck for only $19.5. Now, I know that's a lot of money to some of you guys, but if you're looking to start a food truck, like this is actually such a good price for this type of thing. So let's look more closely at it. So if we look at the pictures, we can see it has a nice wrap. Now, if we want to sell empanadas like this person is, then it might actually work out to keep it that way. But in most cases, you're probably going to want to redesign it. But what we want to do when we're looking at these listings is come over to the side here. You can see a little bit of details relating to it. So as you can see, it says there are some mechanical issues and doesn't run. So that's maybe a big deal breaker for some of you guys. I know not all of you want to go through the hassle of having to get a truck driving again. So this may not be the one for you. But if you're looking for a project, maybe it is. So let's look at some other pictures. So from the looks of it, it looks like it has a grill, it has a stove, it has a fridge, it has some of the basic stuff. I bet you this is well equipped if it were to run to actually serve a business. So some of you may be able to justify paying 20 grand so that you can have it fixed up to run, and then you'll be set up. And then all you'd really need, like we showed you at the beginning, is get a new wrap, and then you're pretty much set. Okay, so I was scrolling through and I found this one for 48K. And if you look at it, it has this video that actually plays through the whole thing and it shows you the entire thing. This is a listing that you really want to look for on Facebook Marketplace. It shows somebody that really wants to show you everything involved. If you look at the pictures as well, you can get little pictures of what everything looks like. Now, obviously, you know, they didn't completely clean it to make it look nice for the pictures, but this is what a food truck looks like. So if you guys know anything about them, that's just the reality. But you can see it has the triple sink, it has the hand wash sink. It has pretty much everything that you'd expect to have. On the right here, it says that it's a clean title, only 20,000 miles, which on a food truck, it's a little bit, but it's not much at all. And if this is something that you're willing, if you have 50 grand that you're willing to spend on something like this, the wrap is actually really cool, but of course you're probably going to change it because you have different food. You could even like kind of follow this kind of design pattern when you're designing your own. But overall, 48,000, around 50 grand for this one. And after we do some work on it, we may be sitting at around 55. But that's an expensive, more expensive version. Now, for those of you that want a cheaper option, I did find this 1994 Chevy G30. And if you click on here, you can see that it is just a plain white truck. If you look at the description, it was stored for 12 years. It has transmission. It looks like it runs well and everything like that. And if you look more into detail at it, you can see that it really is just a truck. And you would have to probably do a good amount of work to turn it into a food truck. As you can see, this cabin is a little messy. We might need to change up some things here. It doesn't look like it was meant for food service beforehand, but that could obviously be changed. We'd probably need to cut out a window and stuff like that. But at this $4,000 price range, it's probably something that some of you might be more willing to pay to fix it up. And you know, obviously you don't want to go out with a white food truck, so you'd want to, if you don't have design, so you want to design, get a vinyl wrap going and all of that stuff. And by the way, if any of you guys have any questions about any of this, leave them down in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. If you guys have a significantly larger amount of money to spend on this, then you might actually want to go a separate route from Facebook Marketplace, because if you're using Facebook Marketplace, then it basically guarantees that you have to talk to the seller individually, and it's not as secure of a way to do it. So if we use a site like this, which I'm not at all affiliated with Roaming Hunger, this is just a marketplace that you guys can use to find them. I don't really have much experience using it myself, but I'm showing it to you guys as a tool that you can use. So you can actually filter it by what type of thing you want. Let's actually look at carts just for this. We'll stick with food trucks and trailers. But you can switch to New York or wherever you're doing business, and there's also more filters. Now, if we look, we can see there are just, much more expensive food trucks. But if you look at what these descriptions say, this one says it's fully equipped. This one said it's a turnkey business, which means you can turn around and start this pizza business right away. Now this is a hefty price, but if you're looking to get into the business, it is worth it. Now let's keep looking at some other options. If you're looking for just a little camper concession trailer like this, that opens up in this window, it's a tiny thing that you're gonna need a truck to pull, but it is only $55 compared to this $98. And if you keep looking down the list, I'm not sure what's going to be available to you guys in your areas and when you look at this site, but looking at this site and sites like this can really help you find options that aren't on Facebook Marketplace out to the public. But once again, it's going to be a hefty price. But if you're okay with that, considering that you are getting turnkey businesses, pretty much businesses that are ready to start, that you don't have to put much work into to get them up and running, this may be the answer for you. So at the end of the day, a food truck, it's not a small investment by any means. It's actually a good amount of money. But if you have it sitting around and you want to take that leap, then you should go for it. I mean, moral of this video, you could start out anywhere from $4 to $5 grand if you buy a tiny beat up little trailer or truck that doesn't run. You can make it run, you can build it back up, and put a little bit more money into it and have it going for less than 10 grand. Or you can go the complete opposite end and spend 100 grand for a brand new turnkey business. It really is up to you and what you're comfortable with. There's always in between options too. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, remember, hit me up on Instagram or in the comments, and subscribe because I post these videos every week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.